Namaste all. Uh, we start with Vājīkaraṇa today. So Vājīkaraṇa is one of the most important portion. Rasayana and Vājīkaraṇa both are so important in third paper. Vājīkaraṇa carries almost all 12 marks questions, and Rasayana carries 20 marks questions. So Rasayana and Vājīkaraṇa itself is almost 32 marks questions we can expect. So we'll have Vājīkaraṇa in two videos. I'll share in two videos. First one, the importance of Vājīkaraṇa, and second one, Vājīkaraṇa yogas. So we all know that what is Vājīkaraṇa. Vājīkaraṇa is sexual medicine, what we call andrology in modern medical science. So also we know that Vājīkaraṇa is one among the 8 branches of Ayurveda. We know that all 8 branches, Kaya, Bala, Graha, Urdhvanga, Shalya, Tamshtra, Jara and Vrisha. So here Jara and Vrisha are the these two portions. Jara is nothing but the Rasayana chikitsa, and Vrisha chikitsa is nothing but Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa, that is sexual medicine. So we'll go detail into this area. So in Charaka chikitsa and all those things you might have covered already, Rasayana and Vājīkaraṇa chikitsas. In Charaka Chikitsa, there are first and second chapters is contributed for Rasayana and Vājīkaraṇa. First chapter contains 4 pathas and as well as that is Rasayana, and the second chapter contains 4 pathas, that is Vājīkaraṇa. And we are covering Charaka portions also. Also, we are covering Vagbhata's opinions and Sushruda's opinions in these slides. So we'll go to the main content of the classes. The content on the classes include the references of Vājīkaraṇa and classification of Vājīkaraṇa, as well as purpose of Vājīkaraṇa and definition of Vājīkaraṇa, as well as the importance of Vājīkaraṇa told by Vagbhata, and indication of Vājīkaraṇa therapy. This is important, and understanding the deeper concept of Vājīkaraṇa, explanation on śukra and śukra prasanga. So Vājīkaraṇa portion contains the details of śukra dhātu as well, and vrishya dravya features, then age limitation for sexual intercourse and śukra kshaya karanas, as well as importance of female sexual partner and characteristics of ideal sexual partner. This is also explained in Charaka Samhita. So Charaka considers Vājīkaraṇa in a broad aspect. Then it comes the Purva Karma of Vājīkaraṇa therapy, broad classification of Vājīkaraṇa yogas, and Vājīkaraṇa yoga. So classification of Vājīkaraṇa yoga and Vājīkaraṇa main Vājīkaraṇa yogas will deal in the second video. In the first video, we'll cover with definitions and importance of Vājīkaraṇa. So regarding the references of Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa, as I told earlier, Chara Samhita Chikitsasana second chapter is totally attributed for Vājīkaraṇa. It contains 4 padas, that is Samyoga Sharamuliniya Vājīkaraṇa pada, Asikta Kshiriya Vājīkaraṇa pada, Mashaparna Pravrudiya Vājīkaraṇa pada, and last one is Puman Jhada Baladiko Vājīkaraṇa pada. These are the 4 chapters which is exclusively given for Vājīkaraṇa Chikitsa in Charaka Samhita. And in Susruta Samhita, Chikitsasthana 26th chapter, that is Kshina Baliya Vājīkaraṇa. This is exclusively explain about Vājīkaraṇa. Even in Ashtanga Hridaya Uttara Tantra, that is 40th chapter, Vājīkaraṇa Vidhi Adhyaya. So these are the main references we discuss here in this context of Vājīkaraṇa. So now we'll move to the classification of chikitsa. This is important before you study Rasayana and Vājīkaraṇa. So Charaka Chikitsa starts with the classification of chikitsa. So, chikitsa sthana, before starting chikitsa sthana, Charaka tells that Bheshajam Dividam, that is chikitsa or the treatment is two types, Bheshajam Dividam Chatat, Swastasya Urjaskaram Kinjit Kinjit Artasya Roganat. Okay, so there are two types of treatment or therapies. That is, first one is Swastasya Urjaskaram, that is given for the Swastha person to gain the urja or to achieve the urja for Swastha person. And the second one is Artasya Rogana, that is for a deceased person. Okay, deceased person for curing the disease. So these are the main two aspect of or two classification of chikitsa. First one is Swastasya Urjaskara Aushadha. Second one is Aturasya Rogana. Okay. So first one, as I told, Swastasya Urjaskara is nothing but promotes the strength and vitality of a normal person. Then second one is that cures the disease in a deceased person. You can see here the classification like Urjaskara Veshaja can be used for healthy individuals for maintaining the health, enhance the strength, immunity, and longevity. This is Urjaskara Veshaja. And when comes to Roganuk Veshaja, that is used for deceased person, that is a person with a disease. And the main purpose is to eliminate the or mitigate the disease. And mainly the purpose is curative in purpose. So these are the two main classification of chikitsa. And in commentary, Chakrapani tells that how the Swastasya Urjaskara works. Okay, how it improves the vitality in a healthy person. So mainly by removing naturally occurring disorders, that is old age. Old age is considered as a disease, that is Swabhavika Vyadhi, and all similar conditions, other undesirable bodily states. So Swastasya Urjaskara helps in Jara, that is old age, or it delays the old age, or it keeps vitality or enhance the strength even in old age. That is the main purpose. Rasayana is also having almost same purpose, but this is in Vājīkaraṇa, this is little bit towards the reproductive side. And apraharsha, it cures the apraharsha, that is loss of enthusiasm in a person. And vyaya, that is depletion. Okay, depletion, excessive loss of energy. So even though patient will not be having any disease here, but sometimes they comes across with the vyaya, that is depletion. And ayakshaitva is person is not having a particular disease, but is not nourishing. Okay, that is malnourishment, that is ayakshaitva. Here also Vājīkaraṇa having role. Then the most important one is anupachita shukratva. So anupachita shukratva is inadequately nourished semen. Okay, there is some seminal difficulties or dysfunction. So in that case also this Swastasya Urjaskara takes part. Okay. So these are the main ways where the Swastasya Urjaskara medicines act in an individual, that too especially in a Swastha person. So Urjaskara here improves the overall urja, that is vitality of the body. Okay, so this is about Swastasya Urjaskara. And continue with Chikitsa Bheda. So again, this Swastasya Urjaskaram is again further divided into different classifications. Swastasya Urjaskaram Yattu Tat Vrishyam Tat Rasayanam. So this is the main classification. Tad Vrishyam Tad Rasayanam. Prayaha Prayena Roganam Didiyam Prashyame Matam. Praya Shabdo Visheshartho Ubhayam Hubhayarthakrit. So this is you have to little be careful here. I'll detail this. So Swasthasya Urjaskara, we already told that this is main function of Swasthasya Urjaskara is not treating a disease, but this is mainly given in a Swastha person to improve the vitality and immunity and all these energy areas of a normal person. Again, this Swasthasya Urjaskara is two types, that is Vrishya and Rasayana. So Rasayana, Vrishya is nothing but the Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa. Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa and Rasayana chikitsa is mainly a part of Swasthasya Urjaskara. So these two are not meant for really meant for disease curing of a disease. So here you can see that Urjaskara is predominantly Rasayana and Vājīkaraṇa that promotes ojas, vitality, strength, and longevity of a person. Okay, and in the other side, the Roganut Bheshaj is predominantly intended for disease elevation or disease curing. So here in second line you can see that prayaha, one word called praya. Praya means predominance. Okay. So here one controversy is that you can see many Rasayana yogas told in treatment aspect also. In while we discussing treatment of different diseases, you can see different Rasayanas are explained in the context of different disease treatment. For example, I am telling you can see that Agastya Hridaki Rasayana in Kasa Chikitsa. So if a Rasayana is only for Swastha or Swasthasya Urjaskara, then why it should be told in Kasa Chikitsa? What is the purpose of it? Okay. So that is the question. अभी सिर्फ रसायन का मतलब ये है सिर्फ ये लॉन्गेविटी और वाइटलिटी स्ट्रेंथ यही देते हैं और ओजस को बढ़ाते हैं, देन क्यों ये डिसीज का ट्रीटमेंट में बता रखा है, स्पेशली अगस्त्य हृदय जैसा बहुत योगा में मिलते हैं. सो हियर द आंसर इज even though rasayana doesn't have much disease curing capacity, but this has disease curing capacity, but that is not the predominant effect of rasayana. Predominant effect is enhancing the vitality. Okay, so अब रसायन का फंक्शंस और रसायन का एक्शन अभी 100% में आप बता रहे तो इसमें 50 से ऊपर एनहांसिंग वाइटलिटी एनहांसमेंट है, ठीक है, बट इसका मतलब यह नहीं है ये कभी डिसीज क्योरिंग नहीं करते, डिसीज क्योरिंग भी करते हैं, but disease curing of rasayana is secondary action. Primary action is improving the or promoting the vitality or strength or immunity, longevity of a person. समझ में आया? So इसलिए प्रायः the word प्रायः is used here. ठीक है. So you can see other examples also in Shadakshina, Sarpiguda is told that is also rasayana. Pandiroga चिकित्सा में योगराज चूर्ण बताए हैं, योगराज चूर्ण also rasayana. So that is what rasayana is having disease curing action. That is why this is told in different rasayanas are told in different treatment chapters. Okay. In the same way, Roganut Aushadha, for disease curing we have told different medicines. So Roganut औषधा और आदृश्य रोगनुत जो भी डिसीज क्योरिंग मेडिसिन को भी रसायन एक्शन है, ऐसा हम नहीं बोल सकते हैं डिसीज क्योरिंग मेडिसिन को रसायन एक्शन नहीं है, बट प्राइमरी एक्शन इज नॉट रसायन एक्शन. ठीक है, प्राइमरी एक्शन इज डिसीज क्योरिंग एक्शन, इसके बाद इसको थोड़ी बहुत रसायन एक्शन हो सकता है. सो दैट इज द पर्पस. तो दोनों का दोनों इफेक्ट है. रसायन स्वस्थ ऊर्जा औषध को रोगनुत इफेक्ट भी है और रोगनुत औषध को रसायन वाजीकरण इफेक्ट भी है, बट नॉट द मेजर इफेक्ट. रोगनुत औषध का 50 से ज़्यादा इसका मेन एक्शन इज रोगनुत, एंड there are some rasayana effect also is there. So that is the classification of Swasthasya Urjaskara. Okay. So Swasthasya Urjaskara is mainly two types, that is Rishi and Rasayana. Now we'll move to the definition of Vājīkaraṇa. This is from Chara Samhita, Chikitsasthana, second chapter, fourth pada, 52nd, 51st sloka, 51st sloka. So, Yena Narishu Samartyam Vājīvat Labade Naraha Braje Cha Abhyadigam Yena Vājīkaranam Evatat. This is important definition of Vājīkarana. Again, another definitions are also there. So you have to repeat this. Yena Narishu Samartyam Vājīvat Labade Naraha Braje Cha Abhyadigam Yena Vājīkaranam Evatat. So Vājīkarana, that means that Vājīkarana is that it's a specific therapy which enables a man to attain stallion-like sexual potency and enhance the sexual vigor or capacity in relation to women. So already we discussed about this is an andrology area. So always the opinions of Acharya is from a male or male point of okay male. This is not from a female point of view. This is from male point of view. So we already told that this is andrology, male sexual medicines. Okay. So mainly the Vājīkaraṇa dealing with the male sexual aspect and different sexual dysfunctions, its management, and so we'll come to the purpose. Vājīkaraṇa का purpose में हम आएंगे. इससे पहले the definition is very important. Again I repeat, येन नारीषु सामर्थ्यं वाजीवत् लभते नरः व्रजे च अभ्यधिगम्येन वाजीकरणमेव तत्. And next we are going to the definition of Vājīkaraṇa Tantra by Susruta. So we already told that there is 8 branches of Ayurveda told by Susruta. Each branches have got its own explanation or definition. So here, what is the definition of Vājīkaraṇa Tantra? This already we discussed while we studying the classification of chikitsa. 2 types of classification of chikitsa we already studied in the first time. In that Swasthasya Urjaskara and Adrasya Roganat we studied, and again 2 types, Rasayana and Vājīkaraṇa. In that Vājīkaraṇa definition is already we explained in the first time. So again here also same like Kaya Chikitsa definition, you have to by heart this definition also. This is very important. Rasayana definition and Vājīkaraṇa definition as well as Susruta is very important. So you have to by heart these slokas. So Vājīkaraṇa Tantram nama alpa dushta kshina vishushkaretasam apyayana prasada upajaya janana nimittam prahasha jananartam cha. This is definition of Vājīkaraṇa Tantra, the branch. Okay, the branch Vājīkaraṇa Tantra meant for this. So what is exactly this means? Okay, so Vājīkaraṇa Tantra nama alpa dushta kshina vishushka redas. Okay, so this is here the pathologies of seminal pathologies are explained. One is alpa redas, dushta redas, kshina redas, and shushka redas. In this pathology, so क्या करना है, इस ये 4 पैथोलॉजीज बता रखा है. ये 4 पैथोलॉजी में इसका ट्रीटमेंट करना है. क्या ट्रीटमेंट है? आप्यायन. अल्प का ट्रीटमेंट है आप्यायन, दुष्ट का ट्रीटमेंट है प्रसाद, क्षीण का ट्रीटमेंट है उपचय, और विशुष्क रेजस का ट्रीटमेंट है जनन. एंड वन मोर additional quality of or additional purpose of the treatment is prahasha jananartha. that means that produce sexual satisfaction or sexual acceleration. So that is praharshajana. So here Sushruta tells that mainly the seminal pathologies and sexual excitement. So treating the seminal pathology is the first and foremost purpose of treatment or definition of treatment. Okay. So mainly for seminal pathologies are explained is that is alparedas, dushtaredas, क्षीणरेदस and विशुष्करेदस. एक एक का ट्रीटमेंट भी बता रखा है. अल्परेदस में आप अप्यायन करना है. अप्यायन मतलब इंक्रीज, अप्यायन मतलब इसका क्वांटिटी बढ़ाना. तो अल्परेदस इज नथिंग बट द scanty semen. Scanty semen we can in modern science we can call it as hypospemia. Hypospemia conditions. So in that, or aspemia. Aspemia is there is lack of total absence of ejaculate. That is aspemia. Hypospemia is there is very little not sperm, very scanty semen is ejaculated. That is called alparedas. The second one is dushtaredas. Dushtaredas is, so semen is dushta here. Semen is having a lot of pathologies. Normal texture नहीं है, normal qualities नहीं है. This is dushta by different doshas, and that is impure, not properly doing its functions. So in that condition, that is dushtaredas, we already discussed about different types of dushtaredas by Charaga and Sushruta in Clive chikitsa or in that context. So इसमें क्या करना है, दुष्टरेदस हमें प्रसादन करना है, इसका प्यूरिफिकेशन करना है. ठीक है, प्यूरिफिकेशन करना है. So दुष्टरेदस का ट्रीटमेंट है प्रसादन. And third one is क्षीणरेदस. क्षीणरेदस is again this is quantity wise it is less in quantity. Again alparedas is also less in quantity. क्षीणरेदस is also, its quality and quantity दोनों में कमियां पड़ रहा है. ठीक है, क्षीणरेदस is quality quantity दोनों में कमियां पड़ रहा है. So in that क्या करना है, उपजय करना है. उपजय as a treatment, that is nourishing. Semen is present but in less quantity and less quantity. So इसका nourishing करना है, that is the upajaya. Then the fourth one is vishushka, completely dried up. Vishushka redas. So vishushka redas, इनमें क्या करना है, so completely there is no semen production or there is no ejaculate. In that condition you have to janana is the treatment. So we have to produce or regenerate the semen, that is janana. So that is a janana treatment. Janana treatment matlab regenerating of semen, that is the treatment there. So and the last one is praharshajana. Praharshajana is producing delight, acceleration, sexual satisfaction, sexual gratification. All this can be praharshajana. So this is the definition by Sushruta. This is very, very important. So both the definitions you have to by heart. So now we will discuss what is the opinion of Vājīkaraṇa. Vājīkaraṇa, it all the references where Vājīkaraṇa explained this Vājīkaraṇa chapter. So tat tatyat Vājīkaraṇam taddi dehasya urjaskaram param. So you can see Vājīkaraṇa ka definition or the actual purpose of Vājīkaraṇa is told in a single line. Dehasya urjaskaram param. Okay, so you may feel like a similarity with Rasayana also, but Vājīkaraṇa is having a fast action. This will not take time as that of Rasayana. Vājīkaraṇa का purpose भी यही है. So before sexual intercourse or before going for a reproductive purpose, the man needs instant energy, so that the Vājīkaraṇa Dravya's action will be more faster than Rasayana action. here that Vājīkaraṇa tati dehasya urjaskaram param. That therapy or that medicines that is most parama, supreme promoter of strength. That is urjaskaram param. और भी बहुत चीज बता रखा है, धर्म्यम यशस्यम आयुष्यम दो लोकद्वय रसायनम अनुमोदामहे ब्रह्मचर्यम एकांत निर्मलम. So here Vagbhata tells that there are different qualities of brahmacharya also. So brahmacharya is the most purest thing. Always brahmacharya. We know that brahmacharya is one of the purpose as well as the root of moksha, brahmacharya. But normal persons cannot follow brahmacharya because normal people they will be having a sexual desire, uh, so that is ragas. Different desires are there. So not all the persons can do brahmacharya or sannyasa. So this particular branch is especially mentioned, especially told for such kind of person who is afflicted by the difficulties of worldly pleasures or sexual desires. Okay, so those who are having sexual desire, they should have a healthy sexual life. Okay, especially this is told for men. So the further purposes are in the next slides. So this is especially told for men, and for andrology point of view, uh, the men may get a depletion or exhaustion after different sexual intercourse or loss of semen. So in that purpose, this Vājīkaraṇa helps a lot. Vājīkaraṇa is prescribed for protection of the body from degeneration and loss of strength. So that is the dehasya urjaskaram param. Okay, so alpa sarvasya tu klaisher badhyamanasya ragina sharirакshaya rakshartam Vājīkaraṇam uchyate. That is another purpose. So the same thing what I explained already. The person who is having raga, that is sexual desires, so because of these sexual desires he may get loss of klesha. So इसके वजह से इससे शरीर क्षय रक्षार्थम, to prevent from the depletion of sharira, the Vājīkaraṇa, so special branch is explained. And also there are different terms are explained, like dharma, yashas, ayushya, rasayana for both the world. Okay, so this particular area, this particular area of Vājīkaraṇa is considered as dharma, yashas, that gives the fame or reputation. Because of, so why this gives the fame or reputation, or that is called as dharma, or why this is ayushya. So there are, the purpose of Vājīkaraṇa is mainly reproduction. Reproduction is the main purpose of Vājīkaraṇa, to prepare or to produce the progeny, next generation. So as we think, this is the Vājīkaraṇa tantra not only meant for the sexual excitement or sexual gratification. This is not exactly the purpose of Vājīkaraṇa. The main purpose is produce good progeny. So nowadays we know that progeny or child are the result of kama. So nobody purposefully do sex for producing a good child or good progeny. So we know that in Ayurveda, there are in Sharirasthana, there are a lot of methods are explained for attaining a good progeny. So the mother's aspect, all from mother's point of view, is explained in Sharirasthana. Kaisa, मतलब पहले इंटरकोर्स से पहले से शुरू हो जाते हैं. प्रिपरेशन इंटरकोर्स से पहले शुरू हो जाते हैं, 1-2 महीने पहले शुरू हो जाते हैं. They undergo different pujas, they undergo body purifications, then they select a muhurta, an auspicious muhurta, and they go for sexual intercourse, and then they produce child. So this is the actual method of producing a child. So nowadays nobody is doing all these things. Just they because of their sexual desires, they undergo sexual intercourse, and the child is not purposefully produced. The child is accidentally, most of the time the progeny or the fertilization happens accidentally, not purposefully. So there is the difference between what happens today and what Charaka taught. So it should be planned. It should be planned. So while planning, the male partner should have proper uh, medicines for the proper sexual intercourse, maintaining the proper sexual health. So that is what Vājīkaraṇa Tantra is meant for. So you should not think this is just for sexual excitement or sexual gratification. We'll get more medicines in nowadays OPD or in our medical shops. You will get just before sexual intercourse they take 2 tablets and they go for uh, sexual intercourse. So this is not actually the purpose. This is not for, yeah, that is also a purpose, but not meant for, not considered as the main purpose. So now we'll move towards what actually the exact purpose of Vājīkaraṇa. This sloka is very important. You need not to by heart this, but minimum 2 lines you have to by heart. That is the actual purpose of Vājīkaraṇa. Minimum first 2 lines you have to by heart. Apatya santanakaram yet satya sampraharshanam vājīvādibalo yena yat apradihata striyaha. There is 2 pra, there is only 1 pra in that line. So apradihata striyaha. Then bhavatyadipriyastrinam yena yenopachiyate hiryato apatyakshyam shukram phalavadhyena drishyamate prabhuda shakhiva yena chaitya yadamahat bhavatyachim bahumada prajana subhu praja sandanamulam yeneha pretya cha anatyamasnute yashashriyam balam pushti vājīkaraṇameva tat. So again, this explains the purpose. So you can see here, I'll zoom this. So Vājīkaraṇa therapy, the main purpose you can see, promotes progeny and continuation of lineage. Apatya santana. Apatya is the progeny or next generation or children. Okay. So the most important purpose is continuation of the lineage, continuation of the your generation, next generation. You are creating another generation. That is the most important purpose. That's so when you while creating a next generation, it should be healthy, it should be auspicious, it should be in all aspect, it should be proper. So that is apatya santana. Okay. Then the next purpose is produce immediate joy and acceleration. Satya samprahashana. This gives this such kind of medicines, especially Vājīkaraṇa medicines, gives excitement or sexual desire. Okay. So that excitement helps the man to uh, go for sexual intercourse properly. So proper interest, proper acceleration, proper attachment, all these things, proper affections, everything is needed. So the purpose of medicine is uh, that to Satya Samprashana. Okay. Then endows a man with vigor and strength of stallion. Vaji Vadi Bhalo. The second line. Second line is you can see Apatya Santanakaram Yat Satya Sampraharshanam Vaji Vadi Bhalo Yena. Vajivat Adibala. Okay, so it gives good vigor and strength to the man. That is stallion. Vaji is nothing but the stallion. So stallion like strength, gives stallion like strength. So stallion, why here stallion is taken? Stallion is the most courageous animal, and this is, we know that in all olden era, all for all wars, Vaji is used, stallion is used, stallion army is there. Okay, stallion army is there. Nowadays also in army there is stallion battalion is there. So stallion is considered as the most important animal which have most bigger sexual potency, health. So that is why the man is always here in Vājīkaraṇa, and is always compared with the stallion. And stallion is the most courageous animal also. Courageous animal. So enables him to the other point is ya atya apradihata striyaha. Ya atya apradihata striyaha. Apradihata striya matlab so one of the most important symptom of person or patient comes to OPD is they have lot of anxiety, fear to go to sexual intercourse. Okay, so to perform sexual intercourse, the male partner will be having almost anxiety. If even if at all he has some um, erection problems, or he has some early or premature ejaculation, in all those conditions, the man is totally conscious about it, totally conscious about it, and always he डर लगता है. तो मेल पार्टनर को डर लगता है, इसलिए डर लगता है वो कभी कभी कुछ प्रीमेचर इजैकुलेशन हो गया होगा, प्रॉपर टाइम नहीं मिला, और एरेक्शन में कुछ गड़बड़ लगा, तो इसलिए एंग्जाइटी बहुत जल्दी बन जाते हैं. तो मेल पार्टनर क्या करते हैं, हमेशा आगे का थोड़ा सा, so once he feel that he cannot satisfy the woman, so he don't go for sexual intercourse. So most of the sexual medicine OPD, you will get such kind of patient who have a lot of anxiety and conscious about the sexual performance. So apradihata striya matlab enables him to approach woman without hindrance. So he will be confident enough to approach the woman, or he will be confident enough to perform the sexual intercourse. So that is also a purpose, and makes him exceedingly lovable to woman. So so there are a lot of so woman also likes, there are a lot of features that woman, we will discuss about that in later slides. There is particular sexual psychology is there, sexual psychology, so I'll come to that. So here by the physical appearance, and by behavior and sexual capacity, he will be lovable to woman also. Woman will prefer such kind of person. So so here the body nature or physical appearance also, it's not a main criteria for woman, but that is also a create attract the woman, or attraction towards man in woman. So this Vājīkaraṇa helps in that also, and especially that nourish the body, nourish and develops the body. And that is one upajiyate matlab nourishment, it gives proper nourishment. Then other one is shukra, preserve the reproductive tissue, that is shukra, from depletion even in old age. That is called jireto abhi akshayam shukram, jireto abhi akshayam shukram. Even though in old age there will not be any depletion, that the Vājīkaraṇa Aushadha, for taking Vājīkaraṇa Aushadha, that helps to maintain proper semen production, or proper spermatogenesis, all these things. That is also a purpose, and keeps the reproductive tissue fertile and capable of producing offspring. That is Phalava Shukram. This is very important. Even though semen is there, sometimes there will not be proper active sperms will not be there. So here Phalava Shukram matlab, even it helps the uh, sperms to be in a proper healthy reproductive phase. Okay. So that is Phalava Shukram. And next is Subahu Prajaha. Subahu Praja matlab, enables a man to become endowed with the abundant progeny. So lot of children. This helps, the medicine helps to perform uh, proper sexual intercourse, and because of, as a result of this, there is Subahu Praja, abundant progeny. So it there is simile told here. Prabhuda Shakha Shakhi Vaha. So it is like the tree which is having a numerous branches. Okay, so main wood is there, main tree is there, and a lot of branches. So here the childrens are correlated with the synonyms told with the different branches of the tree. So that gives the strength to the tree, and so here it is compared with the branches of the Prabhuda Shakha. So, and because of which the particular person get archa. Archa is being respected and highly esteemed among people. Bahumata Prajana, because of the capacity, or because of the strength he have. Strength matlab not in the sense of sexual strength. It's based on the Praja Bala. He is having lot of children. So that is why he is getting lot of esteem or respect from the society. And these serve as a root of lineage. Lineage is Santana Moolam. Already I told that this creates a different generation. So the person who is having, or who is creating a next generation, will will be continuous his life. So Charaga tells that he is living through his children and grandchildren. So the person will not have death. He is creating another generation, and that creates another generation. So that is the evidence of his life. Yeah, he is living through every generation. That is why Santana Moolam. Santana Moola is that creates generations and generations. That is the real uh, real purpose. Then that grants continuity. That's what I told. That grants continuity even after death. Pretya cha anantyam ashnute. Then Pratyacha Anantyam Ashnate. Anantyam मतलब without Andya. Without Andya, that is Cha Anantyam Ashnate. So this continues, his life continues even after death. And also this gives Yasha, Sri, Bala, Pushti, all this. So see, this is a purpose. So so you can see that main purpose is creating a progeny, not just for sexual excitement or acceleration, and this is an auspicious aspect of male sexual medicine. And now we'll go for deeper understanding of the concept of Vājīkaraṇa. So deeper understanding is nothing but as I told, you have to by heart this sloka apatya santanagaram yat satya sampraharshana vājīvādibalo yena yadi apradihata striyah. You can see this sloka. अपत्य संधानकरं यत् सत्य संप्रहर्षणं वाजीवादिबलो येन यात्याप्रतिहत स्त्रियः. You have to study this sloka. That is the purpose, actual purpose of. This is, in a sense, we are telling. This is already, as I taught, this branch especially deals with the reproductive health, sexual wellness, and fertility enhancement to create a healthy progeny and preservation of reproduction or vitality throughout the life of a person. So that is the actual purpose of Vājīkaraṇa. Okay, so this is a reproductive medicine, just like andrology in modern science. There's a andrology as a branch which is you can see in modern medicine. In similar way, here also Vājīkaraṇa deals with reproductive health, sexual wellness, fertility enhancement, and healthy progeny and preservation of reproductive vitality all throughout life. So you can if you are going to a scientific interpretation of Vājīkaraṇa, you can see reproductive medicine, that male fertility, semen quality, sperm count, motility, and conception, and producing a healthy offspring. That all comes in a reproductive part of Vājīkaraṇa. Then a sexual part, sexual medicine, so that improves the desire, that is libido, that supports erection, proper erection, and prepare for sexual intercourse, and delays ejaculations. So premature ejaculation is almost always a most common problem with OPDs. So this helps to delay ejaculation and give proper time for sexual intercourse and enhance overall sexual function. That is a sexual medicine part of Vājīkaraṇa. And the third part of Vājīkaraṇa is endocrine optimization. You can see that if you analyze it in a deeper way. So here you can go for different endocrinological purposes also is fulfilled in Vājīkaraṇa, hormonal balance. So śukra dhātu is, we cannot tell śukra dhātu is just a sperm or the semen. It is considered as sarva dhātu kata, sarva sharira kata. So we can consider as different hormones, sexual hormones, and different sexual axis, hormonal axis. Okay, hypothalamus, pituitary, gonadal axis. So all these axes and testosterone, different sex hormones can be incorporated, can be considered here in the endocrine portion of Vājīkaraṇa. So that is nothing but it gives supports hormonal balance, enhance testosterone and spermatogenesis, and different sexual hormones like follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, all hormones, testosterone, and action of pituitary and hypothalamus all have to be considered here. So in that way, that gives an endocrine optimization also. And again, when we go to a psychological well-being, in a sexual medicine, psychological part is most important part. And there is one sloga told by Charaka, Saumanasyo Garbhadharananam Shreshtam. For Garbhadharana, Saumanasya is very important. Saumanasya is important for male as well as female. That is stress-free psychological aspect. So most of the 90% of the, even in Clive chapter also I explained that 90% of the sexual dysfunction in male are happen due to psychological dysfunction or stress factors. Most of the stress factors, anxiety, performance anxiety, and different kind of anxiety, or any kind of hypochondriatic conditions. Patient is more conscious about disease, or there is lot of obsessions. Okay, so all this can leads to sexual problems. So psychological well-being is one of the most important area that is addressed in Vājīkaraṇa. So this helps. The main purpose of Vājīkaraṇa psychological aspect is there. We'll come to that. So reducing the strength, improving the mood, builds the confidence, enhance the relationship and satisfaction. Okay, so modern science means there is a sexual psychology part that is very important. So main patients with in premature ejaculation or erectile dysfunction, or in such conditions, we actually go for psychological counseling rather than giving a lot of medicines. So psychological counseling itself create most of the conditions proper. And the fifth part is and healthy aging. It preserves vitality, maintains the reproductive capacity in aging, and support longevity and overall wellness. So these are when we understand the concept of Vājīkaraṇa in detail. So Vājīkaraṇa incorporate all these aspects, that is reproductive part, sexual enhancement part, endocrine optimization, psychological well-being, as well as in healthy aging. Okay, and here Susruda's definition, you know that Susruda mainly tells here at Alpa, Tushta, Kshina, Vishushka, Redasam. So mainly Susruda considers Shukra as the central concept here, central concept. Okay, Shukra Dhātu. Shukra Dhātu. In Ayurveda, we know that Shukram, already we told in Shukravah Slotas, Shukram Chevanam Priti, Hashram, Dehabalam, Bijartham Cha. Okay, so Shukra is having a lot of functions. It has the functions of testosterone, it has different hormonal functions. So Ashram, that is excitement, Dehabalam, vitality or strength, Bijartham, the reproductive purpose is there, Preeti, excitement. Okay, so Shukra is considers the dhatu which is pervaded all over the body and has different capacities. So central concept of Vājīkaraṇa is Shukra itself. So if Shukra is depleted, we know that there is a lot of problems can arise: fatigue, reduced fertility, loss of vigor, sexual dysfunction, psychological decline. So Shukra is the main central concept in the function of or the concept of Vājīkaraṇa. So nowadays, why it is relevant? Why Vājīkaraṇa is so relevant today? See, because of modern lifestyle factors like stress, poor sleep, sedentary habits, obesity, toxins are linked to declining fertility. So nowadays you know that there are you can see every corner of a city you can see fertility centers, IVF centers, IUI centers, है ना? So why it is so much the fertility centers? So proper planning of fertility is not happening, proper counseling is not happening. Even couple don't know how to do sexual intercourse, how to plan reproduction, how to plan for. So as I told, these children are uh, done, or the fertilization is done as a result of sexual vigor, or as a result of plain sexual act, not as a plant, not as a plant children. So it should not be like that. We have to take care of the food, lifestyle, mental well-being, and plan for the progeny. So there is a lot of so you know that when we go to Sharirasthana, all the 8 chapters are telling about how to plan for how to plan for progeny, and how the dates are fixed, and what should be done in intrauterine life, what order of treatment is given in intrauterine life for proper development of child, and also what should be the psychological characters of mother, psychologically, माँ का mental health कैसा होना चाहिए. Okay, so every aspect is explained in Sharirasthana in a female point of view. Here in Vājīkaraṇa it is told in a male point of view. Okay, so if you are telling conclusively, Vājīkaraṇa is not simply the science of sex. It is Ayurveda's comprehensive discipline for optimizing reproductive potential of an individual, and which preserve the vitality, promoting healthy progeny and ensuring reproductive longevity. This is the most important aspect of Vājīkaraṇa. And Charaka emphasizes a lot of importance on the progeny. Okay, so I have not included that slokas. Charaka tells that the person without children. Charaka gives a lot of similes, like he is like drying up pond, waterless pond, or branchless tree. ऐसा करके बहुत similes बता रहा है. So I have not included, but Charaka gives a lot of emphasis for importance of creating progeny. So progeny is presented as the primary outcome and purpose of Vājīkaraṇa, already we told. So childlessness is portrayed as a state of incompleteness and lack of social continuity. So this is the one of the point that I highlights here. So the man who actually wish for a child, but he cannot produce a child. So that is one of the most misery that the person undergoes. We know that एक बच्चे के लिए कुछ भी दे देते हैं, है ना? This is the fertility centers. This much fertility centers are there because they are ready to give whatever they have. They are ready to spend whatever the money they have. So that is why they are charging a lot for a simple procedures also. So Charaka tells that incompleteness. Actually, he wants a child. The couple wants a child, but they are not able to produce a child, and that gives the discontinuity. आगे का पूरा generation बंद होते जाता. So that is why this is the area. If you can specialize in this area, sexual medicine and infertility, one of the most important area to create wealth. Okay, if you are properly practicing. So offsprings are considered an extension of oneself and the means for continuation of family lineage. So progeny is considered as the extension of अपना ही extension मानते जा रहा है. So it's a continuation of family lineage. And Charaka tells that happiness, prosperity, social esteem, fulfillment, all are described as being closely associated with progeny. बच्चे हैं तो ये सब मिल जाएगा. भी healthy बच्चा होना चाहिए. Happiness, prosperity, social esteem, everything is depending on your child. So once you get married and if you wish for a child, then you will know the importance of all these things. So and Charaka tells the indication of Vājīkaraṇa किसको देना है. Vājīkaraṇa actually किसको देना है. This is the main purpose is enhancement of reproductive capacity. So reproductive capacity बढ़ाना जैसा and promotion of healthy progeny. This is very important. Healthy progeny. Progeny खाली progeny बनने से नहीं होता है. The progeny should be healthy. So in Sharirasthana is also I told that the purpose starting from the plan actually start from at a particular time of marriage. marriage के बाद ये लोग plan कर रहे हैं. Husband and wife plan करना है. They have to find an auspicious muhurta. They have to undergo different procedures. Purificatory procedures. They have to undergo different spiritual procedures. A lot of things are there. And so promotion of healthy progeny is very important. And improvement of sexual gratification always it's there. Sexual gratification होना चाहिए. Otherwise, if a person is not satisfied, then he cannot go for further sexual intercourse. He will get psychologically affected. So it improves the sexual gratification also. Then attainment of sexual intercourse or attainment of sexual pressure during intercourse. That is also an indication. Person indicated such person. Those who don't have proper pleasure during sexual intercourse, then Vājīkaraṇa is indicated. And to improve improvement of reproductive potency. These are the different indication of Vājīkaraṇa told by Charaka. Again, there are other indication told by Susruta also. You can see person indicated for Vājīkaraṇa as per Susruta. Healthy young adults seeking optimal reproductive vigor. Okay. Kalyasya udagratyasu Vājīkaraṇa sevinaha. So, healthy young adults seeking optimal reproductive vigor, reproductive capacity, or elderly individual desires to maintain sexual function. So, the aged person, if they wish to maintain the sexual function or sexual capacity, for them also Vājīkaraṇa is advised. And the man seeking affection and satisfaction in marital life. Okay, so that is so that has very practical indications. And the person debilitated with excessive sexual activity, and the person debilitated by excessive sexual activity is also indicated for Vājīkaraṇa. And next point is individual with the importance, that is Clypea. See here, while discussing Clypea chikitsa, we saw that Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa is one of the most first line of Clypea chikitsa start with Vājīkaraṇa. Okay, first line of Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa sutra starts with Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa. I mean Clypea chikitsa. Okay, so Clypea chikitsa में भी हमने discuss किया था. Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa has to be given even in Clypea. The Susruta also tells the same thing. Even in Clypea persons, you can go for Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa. That is, so here you can see the sloka. Staviranam rirumsuna strina va labhyamichada yoshi prasangat shina klibanam alparetasam. Okay, kliba is an indication for Vājīkaraṇa chikitsa, and next is alparetasam, the person with the scanty semen, that is alparetas. Then the pleasure loving and affluent individuals, so those who seek for sexual pleasures, in that condition also Vājīkaraṇa can be given, but these are not the main purpose of Vājīkaraṇa. And the youthful person wishing to preserve vitality, and that is here it's vilasina arthavadam. Vilasina arthavadam rupa yauvanashalina. मतलब youthful persons wishing to preserve vitality, that's rupa yauvanashalina. Nranam cha bahuvaryanam yoga vājīkara hita, the person with the multiple wives. So we know that nowadays also in different community there is multiple wives. So in such condition also multiple bahuvaryana, the person can undergo Vājīkaraṇa therapy. So now I'll discuss some points. This is not important in exam point of view actually. This is just for understanding. There is male and female sexual psychology. So how the male sexual psychology is different from female sexual psychology? Just for knowledge purpose. Being a doctor, you should have this knowledge. Okay. We always tell that male or female are equal to male. There is no differentiation, though we need equality. Everything we tell. So in there are a lot of areas where there is male and females are different, totally different. So this is one area where male sexual psychology and female sexual psychology is almost different. So in males, as this is an andrology or Vājīkaraṇa area, I'll start with male. So male sexual psychology. So the sexual desire in a male often more strongly triggered by visual stimuli. So this is the one. For a man, visual stimuli is very important for sexual desire or sexual stimuli. Okay. So they give more importance for appearance, how the female appear, how they dressed up, how beautiful in the sense of external appearance as well as the behavior. So behavior also is one among the area that can be visually assessed. So uh, there are, but in when we come to female sexual psychology, female area, it's not like that. Females, most of the females won't give much importance for the external appearance or the visual stimuli. They have emotional intimacy. See how emotionally supported a man emotionally support them, and how maintain the relationship quality, and how trustable he is. And again, physical attraction is there but not the main criteria. uh, Most of the female sexual psychology is like that. There will be some exceptions, but this is based on predominance, as I told earlier, bahulya. So predominantly it is like so physical attraction may play a prominent role in initial sexual interest in male. And in female, emotional security, relationship satisfaction, etc., can have a significant effect on arousal and desire. So, sexual desire depends on all these factors in female, especially emotional aspect, relationship quality aspect, trust, as well as satisfaction. Okay. Then, in male, testosterone has a major influence on libido, but in female, it's different. It's not like uh, any hormone. And sexual activity may be closely linked with the feeling of confidence, masculinity, and self-esteem. So this is there. Uh, so maybe because of shukra dhātu aspect. So sexual activity is always connected with the confidence of male and masculinity, self-esteem. It's there. So, but not in female. So emotional connection. They give importance for emotional connection and communication for the sexual satisfaction. In male, emotional attachment is that can be developed before or after sexual intimacy, depending on the individual. Not like in female, it's the emotional attachment is the most important one, and sexual desire can be more variable across different life stages and circumstances. So this is just a basic psychology, female sexual psychology. So this is always this is not to the community. So you know that female 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 always be eager, or always they give time for external appearances. So this is the psychology behind all this. And we also tell that proper dressing, as I told, the the dressing should be modest. Okay. So if female starts to dress like men, they expose. So even exposing can can have a can trigger a special stimuli in male. So proper dressing is also, or in that case, this is also again the dressing aspect is also is all related with the psychological aspect. So modest and proper dressing is very important for a female, if not to create a visual stimuli in other men. So all these things are to be taken care, or you should know all the psychological aspect. And there are some common psychological factors in both sexes, like love, they love, and attachment, they trust, Trust and emotional safety is common in both the sex, self-esteem, and body images. Common cultural and religious beliefs that creates a role. Past experiences, most of the time, this affect both the sex. Past experience that create lot of problem in if it is negative experience that can create in the future sexual experiences problem problem with the future relationship satisfaction. All are very important, both the sexes. And now we'll go for shukra dhatu aspect. So we told that we already discussed that shukra is the most centric part of Vājīkaraṇa. Okay. Mainly it concentrates on shukra. So the Susruda's definition itself is the Vājīkaraṇa itself is to correct the shukra. There are different pathologies in shukra. So correcting the shukra pathologies is one of the most important function or purpose of Vājīkaraṇa as per Susruta. So we'll discuss some of the aspect related with the shukra also. So first one is Prashasta Shukra Lakshanas. What is the proper shukra, or you all know that Shuddha Shukra Lakshanas you all studied. So you might have studied the slokas Padikavam Dravam Snitam Madhuram Madhuganteja Shukram Ichantu Saila Shaudranipam Tata. Here Charaka tells that Bahalam Madhuram Snigdam Avilam Guru Pichilam Shuklam Bahu Cha Yad Shukram Palavat Tada Samshayam. Okay. So 7, which is thick, sweet, unctus, snigdha. 3 from foul odor, that is avisram. Avisram, not avila, it is avisram, sorry. Snigdham, avisram, guru pichilam. Bahalam, Madhuram, Snigdham, Avisram, Guru Pichilam. Shuklam, Bahuja Yat Shuklam, Bahuja Yat Shukram, Palavat Tada Samshayam. Okay. And free from foul order, that is Avisra. It should be Guru, Pichila, Shukla, Bahu. Okay, quantity, abundant in quantity. And such kind of Shukra is capable of producing offspring. And we already told that Shukra, there are Shukra is considered as you can take it as the hormonal aspect also. So you'll get the reference from Charaka itself. Rasa Ikshu Yada Datni Sarpistailam Tile Yadaha. रसा इक्षो जैसा कि गन्ने का जूस पूरा गन्ने में फैला हुआ है, इन द सेम वे ऐसा इक्षो और दत्नी सर्पी the ghee is pervaded all in the दही के अंदर जैसा घी रहता है, okay? और तिल के अंदर तेल रहता है, तिल के अंदर जैसा तेल रहता है, the same way सर्वत्रानुगतम देहे शुक्रम संस्पर्शने तथा सर्वत्रानुगतम देहे. So shukra is pervaded all over the body. Okay, shukra is pervaded all over the body. This is the aspect where we consider the shukra into the hormonal and other aspect. Samsparshane tatha, and in wherever the sparshana, whether the sensation is present in all those areas, this shukra is pervaded. Okay, so that is the sarvagata or pervasive nature of shukra. And Charaka also explained the time of ejaculation, when the ejaculation happens. Okay, when the ejaculation happens and how this happens, ejaculation. Tatra स्त्री पुरुष संयोगे चेष्टा संकल्प पीडनात् शुक्रम पृच्छ्यवते स्थानात् जलम आर्द्रात् पठादिव. So during the union of man and woman, due to physical activity, sexual desire, and pressure or friction, semen is discharged from its seat, just as water can be squeezed out of or squeezed from the wet cloth. So because of this sexual activity, pressure, friction, desire, when these all factors comes together, the water is it's just like water is squeezed out of wet cloth. So in the same way, the shukra is coming out of the body. That is the ejaculation. Okay, the proper ejaculation. How the proper ejaculation happens. So Charaga gives with a simile. And there are different causes for semen ejaculation. Shukra prasega karana. Okay. Harshat, Tashat, Saratvacha, Paichilyat, Gaurvadavi, Anuprabhanabhavacha, Prudutvan, Marudasya. This is very important. You have to study these factors for Shukra prasega. Harsham, Tarsham, Saratvam, Paichilyam, Gauravam, Anuprabhanabhava, Prudutvan, Marudasya Pravarta. So Harsha is nothing but the sexual excitement or pleasure. Tarsha is the intense desire or longing. And Saratva is the fluidity or fluid nature of Shukra. Paichilya is the slimy or viscous nature. Gaurava is the heaviness that present in Shukra. Anuprabhana bhava is nothing but the subtle, penetrative, and downward moving tendency. Anuprabhana subtleness, subtleness or penetrative nature. Pradutta is quick mobility, and Marudasya Pravati. Vada helps for uh, ejaculation. That is Marudha Pravati. So these are the 8 factors which helps or which create ejaculation. Okay. Ashtabhya ebhyo hedubhya shukram dehat prasidyate charado vishwarupasya rupadravyam heduchyate. So these are the 8 factors you have to keep in mind. And yeah, we all know that there is in Clivia chapter, Acharya explains the need of protecting semen. Shukram tada prapnodi sanshayam ghoram vyadimavapnoti maranam vasa gacchati shukram tasmat visheshena erekshyam arogyamichchata. Okay, shukram tasmat visheshena rekshyam arogyamichchata. That line is very important. So those who wish for good health, or the person who wish for healthy life, shukram tasmad visheshena rekshyam. Therefore semen should be especially protected. So here from the starting itself I am telling that here in Vājīkaraṇa the purpose is not continuous sexual intercourse, attaining sexual pleasure. So that is always it is uh, uh, not told by the acharyas. मतलब कभी कभी भी ये नहीं कहा है बार बार सेक्स करना और continuously continuously involved in sexual activity or sexual act, that all create problem. Adivyavaya is always sevada prakopa nirtana. So here shukram tasmad visheshana rekshim. So you have to protect your shukra to gain a good health. You have to protect your health. So you should prevent loss of shukra. So we know that shukra, Ojas is also having direct relationship with shukra. Many of the acharyas considers the Ojas as a upatatu of shukra. Ashtanga considers the Ojas is upatatu of shukra. So shukra gives, or shukra has a direct contact with, direct relationship with the Ojas. So protecting shukra is always important to maintain good health. So a loss of shukra can cause different pathologies. Can like it can shukrashaya can lead to severe disease. Shukram tada prapnoti sanshaya ghoram vyadim. It can sometimes lead to severe diseases, death. Okay, therefore protecting shukra is very important. Preserve shukra can preserve life. And one more important area. What is Russia? So we know that Vājīkaraṇa is also having a synonym called Vrishya. Vrishya. So what is Vrishya? Vrishya is apodiasi, है ना? Vishyadravya that promotes. So what is the definition of or quality of Vishyadravya? Vishyadravya is Yat Kinjit Maduram Snigdam Jeevanam Brahmanam Guruhu Arshanam Manasasteva Sarvam Prishyam Sarvam Tat Prishyam Uchyade. Okay. This is very important for exam purpose. What is Prishya? So anything that is having Madhura, Snigdha, Jeevana, Brahmana, Guru, Harshana, and Harshana for Manas. Okay. And Sarvam Tat Prishyam Uchyade. Whatever is sweet, unctuous, life promoting, nourishing, heavy, pleasing to the mind is regarded as Prishya. Okay. So there are this is the characteristic features of Rishyadravya. This is one of the aspect to decide what are the Vājīkaraṇa dravyas. Rishyadravya is nothing but the medicines that gives Vrishya effect. Okay, Vājīkaraṇa effect, that is Vrishya, and it should have all these qualities. And in Charaga you will get one more reference, postcoital activity, not important for the exam. I'll just mention that after sexual intercourse, how should the regimen. So gatva snatva payam pitva rasam va anushya gatva snatva payam pitva rasam va anushayitana yada syat yada apyayade bhuya shukram cha balameva cha. After sexual intercourse, one should bathe, drink milk or meat soup, and then rest. Thus his semen and physical strength become replenished once again. Okay, so this is the postcoital regime told by Charaga. Tada apyayade bhuda shukram cha balameva cha. So this is the this regime helps to improve this physical strength as well as improve the quality of semen. So this is one area, and see all these areas explains about shukra and how the sexual intercourse should be. And here sexual intercourse, the age limitation for sexual intercourse. Okay, so the sexual intercourse always contraindicated before 16 years and after 70 years. Nartavai Shodashat Varshat Saptatya Parado Nacha Aishkamo Narastribihi Samyogam Kartumarhati. So Shodasha Varsha is 16 years and Saptati is 70. So it should not be done below 16 and it should not be done after 70. Adibalo here Asampurna Dhātu Striyam Vrajan Upashoshya Sahasa Tadagamiva Kajara. So if a young boy below 16 years undergoing sexual activities, then that can lead to different problems like his Asampurna Dhātu, body tissues are not properly developed. So if he is engaging in sexual intercourse, that can lead to depletion. Just a small pond dries up rapidly, so can leads to the degenerative conditions or depletions in the future. So the only age where sexual activity is indicated is 16 to 70. Okay. Then after 70, if a person goes for sexual intercourse, Shushkam Ruksham Yatha Kashtam Jandudaktam Vijarjaram Trishtamashu Jiriyeta Tata Prutta Striyo Vrijan. If Prutta 70 after 70 years, a person is going for sexual intercourse can have dry hair of or it like Jandudaktam, worm eaten and decayed wood breaks apart immediately. Okay, कमजोर हो जाते हैं, dry हो जाता है पूरा शरीर. Similarly, the aged men who indulge in sexual intercourse. So, sexual intercourse are not advised even after 70 years. But in OPDs, we'll get patient even after 70 years. लोग आते हैं हमारे पास, सर ताकत नहीं मिल रहे करके. So you have to counsel them. So yeah. This is one of the most important area. This is one of the most important area. Shukrakshaya Nidhanas. Shukrakshaya Nidhana. What are the cause for Shukrakshaya? Jaraya Chindaya Shukram Vyadibhi Karsham Karma Karshanat Kshayam Kachityanashanat Srinam Chadi Nishavanat. Okay. So all these factors are very important nowadays also. Jaraya, with age there will be reduction in semen quantity or sperm quantity. Chindaya, excessive worry is the one of the most important cause, psychological cause for even for premature ejaculation, even for erectile dysfunction, or even for all kind of seminal parameters, the problem with seminal parameters. So psychological factors. Then vyadibhihi, different diseases, karma karshanat, excessive exertion, doing lot of activities, anashanat, not properly eating, lack of nourishment, that is anashana, trinam cha adi nishavanat, excessive sexual activity can also cause shukrakshaya. And there are some psychological causes also. Already we told chinda is the psychological cause, and other than that, bhaya is a psychological cause, fear. So this is one of the most important parameter you get in patient with the patient with the sexual dysfunction. Sexual dysfunction may they have a fear, anxiety to go for sexual intercourse. And that is called, most of the time, that is called performance anxiety. That is nothing but the bhaya, irrational fear. And then avisramba is lack of trust or lack of confidence. Shoka is another, due to grief reactions. Then Stri dosha darshana, abortion due to perceived defect in a partner. Yeah, Stri dosha darshana. So Stri dosha darshana, if partner is having some problem and the male is uh, giving more importance for that, he is not interested in that woman, that can also cause shukrakshaya. Then Naryanam Arasajñatvad. Naryanam Arasajña is nothing but if female partner is not showing interest, or they are not interested in sexual intercourse, that can also cause this kind of shukrakshaya. And avijarat asevanat. Okay. Improper or inconsiderate sexual contact from the female sexual partner. Okay. Or if not doing, asevana is not performing sexual intercourse, also can reduce the quantity and quality of shukra. So these are the shukrakshaya karanas. And I think this area Sarga explains a lot about female sexual partner, importance of female sexual partner. So this is explained from a male point of view, and Sarga tells that how should be a female sexual partner. This is considered as the foremost factor in reproduction and sexual fulfillment. So Vājīkaraṇa में सबसे important है, बिना female sexual partner nothing is possible. So being from a male point of view, the most important factor is female partner. So this is why female partner is called as Vājīkaraṇa Agryam. अग्रे Vājīkaraṇa. तो Vājīkaraṇa में जितना दवा है, सब चीज है, और मेंटल काउंसलिंग, मेडिसिन सब है, बट इससे सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है the female sexual partner. Okay, female sexual partner is most important factor. So Vājīkaraṇa Agriya is known as the Stri, that is female sexual partner. Vājīkaraṇa Agriyam cha kshetram Striya Praharshini. Okay, so Praharshini is the partner who produce joy and acceleration, is regarded as the foremost Vājīkaraṇa. And there are a lot of other attributes are given to the female sexual partner. And Charaka tells that each desirable sensory object is individually affectionate. a female sexual partner with collective and pleasing sensory qualities. So Charaka tells that all sensory qualities, female sexual partner will be having all sexual or sensory qualities. Sensory qualities. So there are different sensory qualities. देखने में, सुनने में आवाज, okay, or there is touch, there is smell. Smell is having an importance. So all the sexual aspect or all these sensory aspects are important for uh, create affection in a male partner. So that is undoubtedly create affection in a man. So that is why स्त्री शरीरे संघादेन प्रतिष्ठितः संघादो हि इंद्रियार्थानां स्त्रीषु नान्यत्र विद्यते. Okay, all indriyarthas are present in a stree, so it creates lot of affection in a man. Okay, so that is one of the most important aspect where the female sexual partner is considered as the foremost factor for Vājīkaraṇa. And the sensory pleasures associated with the woman generate profound delight, affection, uh, okay, as affection towards woman, and progeny is depend upon the female partner. So स्त्रीषु प्रीतिविशेषेण स्त्रीषु प्रीतिर्विशेषेण स्त्रीषु अपत्यं प्रतिष्ठितम्. Okay, progeny is dependent upon the female partner. So female partner, the behavior of female partner, the attitude of female partner, the appearance of female partner, the sensory appealing of female partner, everything is counted here. So that is why female partner is very important looking from a men's point of view. And Charaka also said dharmartho strishu. Dharma, three is that female partner is dharma, and artha, okay, wealth, dharma depending on this partner, and artha depending on this partner. Strishu Lakshmi, okay, the prosperity depending on this factor. Strishu loga pratishtita, the family continuity and all the world and society is depend on this female partner. Okay, Strishu loga pratishtita. So this aspect or this area, sometimes the people use this area from a anti female explanations. Okay, or so this is a controversial area which Araga considers Stri as a substance here. So such expressions are there, but this is 100% Charaga consider here the human psychology, male psychology here, and this we cannot tell that this is anti-woman explanations or anything. There is nothing in this. There is totally these all things are depend on human psychology, or there is no male chauvinistic attitude in these lines. So some people explain this area in such a way. So this is not like that. This is completely the psychological aspect of man is told in this aspect. So धर्मार्थो स्त्रीषु लक्ष्मीश्च स्त्रीषु लोगा स्त्रीषु लोगा प्रतिष्ठिता स्वरूपा यौवनस्था या लक्षणैर्या विभूषिता या वश्या शिक्षिता या च सा स्त्री वृष्यतमा मथा. So वृष्यतमा स्त्री, the characteristics. Okay, she should be good in external appearance, youthful, endowed with auspicious qualities, obedient, who trained in different art forms. That is she. Shikshita. Shikshita means she should be trained in different art forms. Is considered as the most effective promoter of sexual vigor and reproductive enthusiasm. So there are qualities, different qualities are told for the sexual partner. If all these qualities fulfills, then that will be considered as the Agriya Vājīkaraṇa. Okay, so Sarga gives a lot of importance for the sexual partner. So Starga detailedly explained this aspect. This is not important that for exam you can skip these areas. But you should know these things are told by Ayurveda. Characteristics of an ideal partner as per Ayurveda. Okay. So there are a lot of factors considered in considering ideal partner. This is especially uh, applicable for both the genders, but here in this context mainly these are the characteristics given for female partner. So you can see how clearly Charaga mentioned the relationship, the relationship within a couple should be. Okay, so how the compatibility and the individual preference should be. Charaga tells that people have different preferences, and the male and female have different preferences and attractions. Therefore, different women are pleasing to different men. So we cannot tell that which woman is pleasing to which man. So this is preference. Individual preference are different. So everybody having different aspect, or they have different considerations to select a partner. So Charaka clearly tells that it's different from different people, and this is not completely depend on any certain criteria. Still, human beings differ in their emotional and sexual preferences. Therefore, what is ideal varies from person to person. Yeah, even though the characteristics are explained, but ideal one is uh, individual specific. So that is told by Charaga. And but if he found a compatible and beloved lover, okay, or beloved partner, if he if he find out if we find out a proper partner, then it should be compatible and beloved partner. They should enhance man's vitality, enthusiasm, attractiveness, and overall well-being. So a perfect partner will help in all these things. She will be beloved. She will enhance vitality. She will enhance enthusiasm. She will enhance attractiveness of man, and she provides overall well-being. And emotional qualities and personal qualities of female partner: a woman who wins man's heart through her youthfulness, beauty, pleasant speech, and graceful behavior become his ideal companion. So see here, only not only the external appearance, there are a lot of factors are mentioned by Charaga. uh, she should be youthful not in the sense of age. Even even the aged people can be youthful mentally. And beauty is a factor, pleasant speech is a factor, and graceful behavior especially is a factor become ideal companion. So those who looking for a partner can consider all this aspect. In your age, this is very important, how to uh, find a partner. An ideal partner brings joy, emotional comfort, and happiness to the heart. Okay, joy, emotional comfort, and happiness. This sloka is there. I have not mentioned the sloka here. And mutual understanding. So mentally, they will be mutually understanding. Both will be having same opinion in most of the aspects, similar thoughts, shared aspirations, and emotional compatibility strengthen the relationship. This is exactly told by Charaga. An affectionate, cooperative, and compatible partner becomes deeply cherished. Such a partner captivates the senses and creates a strong emotional bond. See how properly the human psychology is uh, explained here. See, sexual psychology, or uh, is this is exactly what the modern uh, sexual psychology tells. So it's a lot of factors are there, especially the mutual understanding, the similarity in thoughts, shared aspirations, compatibility in relationship. All these are given a lot of importance, and some psychological impact, other psychology impacts that in her absence, a man may feel lonely, incomplete, and deprived of happiness. See, this shows the exact bonding between the couple. So nowadays, what happens when why it is not there in house for 2 or 3 days. That is the most enjoyable time for a man. See, uh, it should not be like that. In her absence, a man may feel lonely, incomplete, and deprived of happiness. That shows the bonding, that shows the importance they given for the partner. And her presence helps reduce sorrow, anxiety, fear, and emotional distress. Okay, so you can see that shows the deepening or depth of the relationship. And seeing and being with her generate trust, comfort, confidence, and delight. Okay, seeing and being with her generate trust. So this is how one can select a appropriate partner. And the fourth one, this is very interesting. Even after repeated companionship, after long years, then also the affection and attraction towards her remains fresh and enduring. Okay, so affection and attraction towards the female partner is remain fresh and enduring even after a long companionship. So this is also told by Charaka. And for a healthy progeny, there should be some qualities also, other health qualities like should not be from same gotra. The selected woman should not be from same gotra. That we always we always ask for consanguineous marriage. It should not be blood relationship or should not be from the near relationship. Okay, that can lead to different ill health in progeny. And the partner should be healthy and free from disease, and the partner should be cheerful and willing, possessing qualities conducive to reproduction, physically clean and prepared for union. So these are the qualities of a female partner explained by Charaka. Now, we can discuss these aspects in the next part of class. Uh, we'll move to the Vājīkaraṇa, Purva Karma, and actually how to give Vājīkaraṇa medicines and what are the Vājīkaraṇa yogas and all those things. We'll discuss in the second part of the video.